Let's talk about the President of the Republic of Korea. Rhee Syngman was the first president of the Provisional Government of the Republic of Korea. He served as the first, second, and third president of the Republic of Korea from 1948 to 1960. On the charge of abolishing the monarchy and establishing a republic during the Korean Empire, he was imprisoned for treason. He was sent to America as a secret agent, continued his studies in the United States for 5 years, earning a George Washington University BA and Harvard MA and PhD from Princeton University. After Korea's liberation from Japan's colonial rule, he served as the Constitutional Assembly Speaker in 1948, and the Republic of Korea that year he was elected as the first president. However, during his tenure, he fought the Korean War, a great pain in the history of Korea. He enacted the Farmland Reform Act, signed the Korea-US Mutual Defense Treaty, and declared a peace line to protect Dokdo. He voluntarily stepped down to take responsibility for the April 19th revolution. After defecting to Hawaii, couldn't return home and died there. Yoon Bo-sun served as a member of the National Assembly and mayor of Seoul from December 15, 1948 to June 5, 1949. From August 12, 1960 to March 22, 1962, he was the fourth president of the Republic of Korea. However, the May 16 military coup of 1961 led to his resignation in March 1962 of the following year. Park Chung-hee led the May 16 military coup. He was elected in the fifth presidential election by direct election. From December 1963 to October 26, 1979, he served as the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th president. As a major achievements during his tenure are construction of the Jongbu Expressway, Seoul Subway Samail movement, large-scale heavy and chemical industry construction and promotion, forest greening project, and food self-sufficiency realization. He laid the foundation for national development by promoting the national modernization policy. However, long-term government plans such as the Yushin Constitution met with public resistance. On the evening of October 26, 1979, he was assassinated in Gyeonggi-dong by Kim Jae-gyu, head of the Central Intelligence Agency. Choi Kyu-ha was the 10th president of the Republic of Korea, and became the 10th president after the death of President Park Chung-hee in the October 26 incident. He served as acting president from October 27, 1979 to December 6, 1979, and as president under military power from December 6, 1979 to August 16, 1980. Chun Doo-hwan was the 11th and 12th president of South Korea. It is the 11th term of the military academy. As the head of Hana Association, a private organization in the military. During the May 16 military coup, he led a demonstration in support of the coup by the cadets of the army. The members of the Hana Association led the December 12 military revolt and arrested Army Chief of Staff Jung Sung-hwa on charges of being a collaborator of Kim Jae-gyu. And finally they took control of the military. At that time, martial law commander Chun Doo-hwan deployed airborne troops to the May 18 Gwangju democratization movement, and violently suppressed them, killing numerous citizens. On March 3, 1981, he was inaugurated as the 11th president at Jongchon Gymnasium due to indirect elections by electors. Although it implemented appeasement policies such as the establishment of Korean professional baseball, lifting the curfew and liberalizing school hair and clothing, he established Samcheong Training Center, which violated the human rights of many people. In accordance with the June uprising triggered by the torture death of Park Jong-chul in 1987, the direct election system was accepted with the Declaration of Democratization on June 29. Roh Tae-woo is the 13th president of South Korea. During the Fourth Republic, Chun Doo-hwan, the 11th cadet of the army, led by Hana Association, conspired to lead the December 12 military rebellion. After the success of the rebellion, he entered politics and became president of the Democratic Justice Party from 1987. After the success of the rebellion, he entered politics, became the president of the Democratic Justice Party from 1987, and after the 6.29 Declaration of Democracy, 36% lower in the direct election of the Republic of Korea, he was elected president by the vote. During his tenure, he aimed for northern diplomacy, including simultaneous joining of the two Koreas to the United Nations, and establishing diplomatic relations with communist countries, and revived the local autonomy system. After retiring from the president, Rhee Tae-woo was sentenced to 17 years in prison for the 5.18 Gwangju Democratization Movement's armed rebellion 12.12 and served his sentence. At that time, Chung Do-won was sentenced to death in the first trial and life imprisonment in the second trial. Kim Young-sam was the 14th President of the Republic of Korea, the youngest ever elected to the National Assembly at the age of 25, and served as a 9-term lawmaker, serving as a leader of Kim Dae-jung and the Democratic camp. In 1990, he agreed to merge the three parties, the Democratic Justice Party, the United Democratic Party, and the New Democratic Republican Party, and was elected as the top member of the three-party Democratic Liberal Party. In 1993, he took office as the 14th president, ending the military regime in 32 years, and opening a civilian government. The major achievements during his tenure were the real name financial system, the full implementation of the local government system, the demolition of the former Japanese imperialism's Government General of Korea building, the unexpected dismantlement of Hana Association. Former presidents Chun Do-won and Rhee Tae-woo were brought to justice. However, at the end of his term, he requested a bailout from the IMF due to the 1997 financial crisis. Kim Dae-jung is the 15th President of the Republic of Korea. He has overcome the danger of dying many times under the threat of the military regime. Along with Kim Young-sam, he served as the leader of the Democratic camp for a long time and resisted the military regime. He was elected president by direct election, and since the first civilian government in Korea, he has achieved a peaceful change of government. In December 1998, President Kim Dae-jung began repaying $1.8 billion to IMF emergency storage finance, and on December 4, 2000, he officially announced that the country has repaid all loans from the International Monetary Fund and has completely escaped the IMF crisis. It was the first Inter-Korean summit and announced the June 15 joint declaration. He received the Nobel Peace Prize for his dedication to improving inter-Korean relations and human rights in Korea, including the establishment of the Kaesong Industrial Complex. Roh Moo-hyun was the 16th President of the Republic of Korea. After serving as a judge, he served as a lawyer in Busan, served as the 13th and 15th National Assembly members, and served as the 6th Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries in the Kim Dae-jung government. In the early days of his political career, he became a hearing star with straightforward speech. Just before the 16th presidential election, Chung Mong-joon broke his declaration of support and was elected president, due to the unexpected effect of winning votes by the progressive camp. The legalization of the Korean Federation of University Students Association, the review of abolishing the national security law, and remarks on the NLL during the Inter-Korean Summit on October 4, 2007 caused misunderstandings and were attacked by conservative media. Roh promoted the relocation of the administrative capital and promoted balanced development of innovative cities and provinces. After retiring, he was involved in Park Yeon-cha Gate, and after an unreasonable prosecution investigation, he jumped from the Owl Rock of Bangwasan Mountain, the mountain behind his home, and died on May 23 of that year. Lee Myung-bak is the 17th President of the Republic of Korea. After joining Hyundai Construction as a regular employee, he was promoted to the position of President of Hyundai Construction. Later, he entered politics and served as the 14th and 15th National Assembly members and the 32nd Mayor of Seoul. Major achievements during his tenure as Mayor of Seoul include the restoration of Cheonggyecheon Stream and the construction of Seoul Forest to establish a transit system for public transportation in Seoul. Later, he ran for the 17th presidential election under the slogan of "Economic President in Action," and was elected. During the presidency, there are performances such as the Four Rivers Project, the G20 Summit, nuclear power plant exports, and resource diplomacy, but the evaluation is divided. After the president's retirement, controversy and criticism of various irregularities, including DOS, were followed, and he was arrested on charges of bribery and embezzlement. Park Geun-hye is the 18th President of the Republic of Korea. She served as the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th National Assembly members and the Supreme Council member of the Grand National Party. Following Korea's first father, her daughter became president and was elected as a female president. She faced a crisis right after taking office due to the NIS presidential election intervention. Amplified public anxiety by failing to properly respond to national disasters, such as the ferry Yeol disaster and the MERS crisis. Many policies, including the creative economy, have not achieved much. During her presidency, she was dismissed from the presidency for the first time in constitutional history after impeachment and trial through Park Geun-hye and Choi Soon-sil Gate. Moon Jae-in is the 19th President of the Republic of Korea. Along with Roh Moo-yeon, he worked as a lawyer in Busan, a law firm. After serving as Senior Presidential Secretary for Civil Affairs and Presidential Chief of Staff of the Participatory Government, he served as the 19th member of the National Assembly and leader of the Democratic Party of Korea. On March 10, 2017, Park Geun-hye was impeached from the presidency. And an early presidential election was held. When it was decided, he challenged the presidency again. He was elected in the presidential election held on May 9, 2017, beating candidate Hong Joon-pyo. During his presidency, he had conflicts with China over the THAAD deployment and held inter-Korean summits and visited Pyongyang. Prosecutor General Yoon Yeol was appointed to push for prosecution reform, but the political situation was confused by the Cho Kuk case. After the president left office, he opened a Pyeongsan bookstore near his home in Yangsan in 2023 and is the representative. Yoon Yeol is the 20th President of the Republic of Korea. During the Park Geun-hye government in 2013, he served as the head of the Yeoju branch of the Suwon district prosecutor's office and was the head of the Special Investigation Team for the National Intelligence Service's opinion manipulation case. The investigation was revealed during the parliamentary audit, but he was demoted to the Daegu High Prosecutor's Office in 2014. In December 2016, he was the head of the investigation team at the Park Geun-hye Choi Soon-sil Gate, Special Prosecutor's Office. After Park Geun-hye was dismissed on March 10, 2017, President Moon Jae-in was elected in the 19th presidential election. He served as the 59th Chief Prosecutor of the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office. On June 29, 2021, he announced his candidacy for the presidential election. And on July 30, he joined the People's Power Party and was elected presidential candidate. And ran for the 20th presidential election in March 2022 and was elected.